I'm back again. So excited. Hey, Derrick.
Hey, Derrick.
I remember everything.
I call Shae.
You call Shae. Hey, MsMojo. It's Eliza. Remember me?
And Sam, here to break down the finale of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 5.
We're going to be talking about major details from the show. So, huge spoiler alert. The biggest.
Because at the end, we will be revealing the winner who joins the Drag Race Hall of Fame.
But it's the grand finale.
So this week, the remaining 3 queens are performing a verse and choreography with the amazing Todrick Hall to RuPaul's new song, Clap Back.
That's right. And performing backup with the queens are everybody else from the season. That's what Ru's mysterious, terrifying phone call was about. Now we know.
But first, I'm sure everyone is on the edge of their seats wanting to know, Eliza, what did you think of this All-Stars season?
Okay, I love this season. I must say this season restored my faith in All-Stars. After season 4, things got shady. Things got personal. Friends didn't want to vote each other off. It wasn't really about may the best woman win, right? So people got Manila'd. Oh my god. So this season I was happy to see we had group votes and everyone seemed to kind of contain themselves and just want to compete against the best and not get them out of there.
We ended up with the top 3 that so many people were hoping would be the top 3. There's so many amazing queens. Let's get right into it. First up, Derrick Berry was the first eliminated. Thoughts on Derrick Berry's runway tonight, on Derrick Berry's presence this season, the Shae tonight? Eliza, go.
That was the most gorgeous Derrick Berry runway I think I've seen on the whole show. That was absolutely my favorite. She looked so gorgeous. I was just like, Derrick, oh my goodness, we didn't get enough of you.
I totally agree. Just seeing Derrick there in the confessional talking about relicking that moment, we were robbed of some amazing Derrick Berry moments this season.
I said relic, didn't I? Is it relish? It is relish?
Ongina was next up. What did you think of her?
Ongina. Oh my gosh. Okay, Ongina's newspaper dress was absolutely gorgeous. It broke my heart to see Ongina leave so early though. I really was hoping Ongina was gonna go a long way. We all wanted Ongina from season 1 to come back and have like a long run on the show.
To be able to see another runway from Ongina, an elevated look that we've seen from her before with the same crown. Mwah. So after Ongina, I do believe, is it Mariah Paris Balenciaga?
Mariah Successful.
Miss Mariah Successful mug for days.
Oh my gosh. What can you say about Mariah? First of all, Mariah is just so gorgeous and just so polished. And she's just got like that old school ball thing going on. And she's just, damn, you know?
Perfect. Everything about this look was perfect. Everything about her run on All-Stars was perfect. When she came out and did that original performance piece.
That performance was amazing. That was so good. Even Ru, when she gasped.
Stains from clashes and lashes.
And so next to the stage, we had Mayhem Miller.
Mayhem Miller. Ooh, her outfit was interesting. It was kind of like an orange pantsuit with chains. It was very regal though. At the same time as it looked very modern and cool, there was still a regal vibe to it.
Some of these early runway looks were just incredible, and this one was a choice, a bold choice that I think worked but just didn't resonate with me. Mayhem just telling it as it is during the reunion Kiki too, just pulling no punches. All of her stories checked out. She was the appropriate amount of shady, just showing why she's the queen of the party.
That was so good. Just the look on Alexis's face, the satisfaction of finally having Mayhem back and being like,
I voted for Shae, but you didn't ask me to do that.
¿Qué dice?
Which we roll into with India Farah onto the stage next.
we know that India didn't have a super long time on her own season, so when she came out in the first episode, when she did the hair flipping in the Work the World variety tour, I was like, who is this person? Who is this person? It was so intense, but it was incredible. You could tell she'd been waiting this whole time, and she was like, I'm gonna be on that stage, and all eyes are gonna be on me. Nobody will be carrying me off of this stage. We were carried away because we were all deceased by what we'd seen, you know?
I liked India's look tonight. I think it was classic India. It's like the third time we've seen this look from her this season, and she rocks it every time. So next up to the stage was Alexis Mateo.
Yes. Alexis is just a consummate professional, right? She's polished. We've seen her on the show for a long time. She came out at the end with that beautiful dark red wig. It was absolutely gorgeous. She just always looks perfect. Sickening, no? You know, like, it was great.
Sickening, no. Mwah. Bam! After Alexis Mateo, we get the Blair St. Clair. What did you think of her this season?
The grown-up Blair St. Clair. Oh my goodness, from that first moment she came with the orange outfit and the slick back hair, Blair was like, I'm a grown-up now, you can't treat me like a kid. And she was so good. She had that fire in her, and her runways were gorgeous. That last runway was so interesting and sparkly and beautiful. It seems like she really took risks and really evolved from her season, which is kind of the point.
Blair did exactly what All Stars is for, which is just glow up, show your new personality. Tonight was no exception. You got to see her looks, you got to see her dancing. I love you, Blair St. Clair. I'm so glad we got to see you for another season. Unfortunately, the comedy was your undoing.
One thing I noticed about Blair's runways, as amazing as they were, it reminded me a little bit of Jan's runways during the season, where I think she was trying really hard to always go over the top, extra, super high fashion and edgy. And it's not that it didn't always work, it's more just like, it seemed more calculated maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
She didn't always need that.
Top 3.
Top 3.
Very exciting. Jujube! She had a hard time with the dancing.
What are the feet doing?
At what part?
All of it. Okay. Like, I'm sorry.
Not many people can get Todrick Hall to
Literally roll on the floor laughing.
But Jujube's runway, what did you think?
Gorgeous, right? It was just like head to toe perfection. Even her shoes, everything was just perfect and detailed, and like the orange cape, she truly looked like a goddess. I love Jujube. She's just so funny and polished and just good at everything.
I would sensually walk to the thermostat and turn up the thermostat to a sensible 74.
I loved her runway. It was probably my favorite runway of the night. A regal, androgynous goddess. I liked her verse as well. Obviously, she was the weakest dancer, but Jujube, we know, can slay a verse, slay a chorus. Check out Good Juju, out on iTunes and all streaming platforms now. And then up next was the one and only Ms. Cracker.
I feel like I relate to Cracker a lot because she gets in her head a lot, and I totally understand that. Every time they talk about Cracker getting in her head, I'm like, it's hard, you know, it's hard not to be a perfectionist because it's partly why she ends up doing well, right? But this season, she was so good. She came and she was a little bit in her head at the beginning. She definitely had some moments that seemed maybe more calculated, maybe more thinking, but then eventually she just let go. She's hilarious. Her runways are gorgeous. They're perfect.
It's glam, but it's silly.
And then her comedy is just absolutely hilarious.
Please help me.
So Cracker maybe had my favorite verse tonight. She knows how to infuse jokes into her raps, and she had this really jokey choreography.
Sitting on a track with Juju and Shady.
They all slayed. Cracker's was my favorite.
Her outfit on the runway was so gorgeous. I didn't immediately know what the reference was until she explained it. She said it was part of her Russian heritage. It was just beautiful, just the pink with like the pearls dripping off of it, and it kind of coordinated with her outfit from the verse where she was wearing also like a pale pink look. Just so pretty.
So last, but certainly not least, we have a Shae Coulee.
Yeah, Shae is just, man, she's freaking fierce, right? Like everything Shae does. Her attitude is fierce, her looks are fierce, her talent is fierce. She just like attacks it from the second she came in at the beginning.
I'm black.
It was so good.
Anything you want from Shae, she will bring a bajillion percent. Tonight was no exception. I loved her choreography the most. Obviously, that was some insane Cirque du Soleil. What is going on this day here on this day? And then her runway with that lovely pastel pink was just so gorgeous. The silhouette was gorgeous. Shae showing why she is the top tier talent.
That was the best, runway ever. That was
Amazing.
perfection.
Eliza, do you think this runway is gonna make our list of top 10 moments from All Stars 5?
Could it?
So then we get to the final lip sync, all three in a lip sync smackdown. Eliza, I have to ask, what were your thoughts this season on the lip sync assassins?
The lip sync assassins were amazing, first of all. Some of those lip sync assassins were absolutely fabulous. Monet Exchange, just gone. Once they started playing, juice and it was Monet in that orange outfit, I was just like, I'm done, I'm finished. It was amazing. And I think my favorite moment was Roxy Andrews, Miss Thick and Juicy herself. I think I screamed. I was like, oh my God, what's happening? All her reveals were so good. And then that last one was just like.
And so we get to the final lip sync for the crown.
Let me get comfortable. It's always gonna be a lip sync at the end, of course. You always know everyone's gonna bring it. They're gonna go for it. I do think at this point, however, it's still cumulative. It's not just about how you do in the lip sync, because everyone did a great job, just like in the performance. But at that point, you really have to look at everything. I love Janelle Monáe, first of all. I'm wearing black and white with red lipstick, and I didn't even know. The song was so good. Everybody was so into it.
They each brought their own style. Jujube was doing the more classic dancing around the stage. Cracker was doing Cracker. She has a very specific routine that always slays. And Shae brought in the robotic vibes. I really liked that they had an audience in the other queens. That gave it kind of the life that you want from this. But in the end, there can only be one winner. This season, at least. And it is, drum roll,
Shae Coulee! Yay! Woo! Shae Coulee. She was ready. She came to slay. Look, she told us from the beginning. She came to slay. I must say, I also noticed it was pretty exciting, especially in the times in which we live, that both winners of this year's RuPaul's Drag Race, both season 12 and All Stars 5, were, as Shae put it, I'm black. A little thing to just encourage, you know? Give hope, let's say.
Everyone came to show who they were, and we got just a delightful celebration of drag that ended with the victory of Shae Coulee. You can't write this stuff.
And you know what's interesting? This is just I was just thinking everybody sort of got a chance to let their story come full circle. Actually interesting out of the top 3, because Jujube never won a main stage challenge, which I hadn't realized that in any of her seasons, which is crazy because she made it so far and she finally got a win. She was so stunned, she couldn't believe it. She was like frozen for a second.
You want a carrot?
And of course we saw Cracker manage to break through, get out of her head, really show us like 100% of who she is. And of course we saw Shae come full circle and feel like she made it all the way instead of just to the very end and not quite make it. So I feel like everybody kind of got what they wanted, I think, in a way.
Shae mostly.
Yeah, mostly Shae. Yeah, exactly. Somewhere Jujube is like, girl, do you have $100,000?
Yeah.
Can I have the crown? Please.
That is it for us, everyone. That is the end of the All Stars 5 recap. Oh my goodness. It's been super fun coming back, joining you guys. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave some comments below. We're gonna check them out.
Thank you, Eliza, for joining us. Thank you all for joining us at home. This has been an amazing ride. As always, you can follow us on Instagram at MsWatchMojo. You can follow me on Instagram at TheBDC or on Twitter at BDC.
Stick around on this channel and wait for our top 10 moments from All Star Season 5. You know that even if you don't see us on camera, we're still behind the scenes working on all the top 10s, right? We are.
We are here for you, and we will be here for you next time there's some more Drag Race to recap. Until then, we'll see you later. Bye.
Take care. Bye.